This is not a typical TLEV video. Now I know you've already exited out full screen and you're looking at those videos on the side about theme park construction or about the latest food at Disney, but hear me out. This video is of course about the Universal Studios Hollywood inaugural 5K run for their Running Universal program. On December 31st, 2018, I tweeted out what essentially was my New Year's resolutions. And on that New Year's resolution was to be in the best shape of my life. A few days after that, Universal Studios reached out to us and told us about this 5K that they were doing and wanted to know if we were interested in their little event that they were gonna have. Of course, I was interested because I really saw this as an opportunity to really work on that resolution. So as soon as we agreed to be part of the Training with the Minions event, I got to work. You can see that video, which was published right here on this channel, January 25th. It was fun. I got to train with Stuart, with Phil, with Tim. It was a great time. And just being there confirmed, okay, I am going to be doing the 5K run. I have never done a 5K run before. It's intimidating, at least that's what I thought going into this, because the only sort of sports that I ever have done is martial arts, and that doesn't really have much in terms of running attached to it. So this was very, very new to me. I knew I had some time to prepare for this, but I knew it was going to be a challenge to get out there every single day and run. So when I set out to train for this 5K, I had a few goals. One of them being I wanted to do an 8-minute mile. It's not that hard, at least I didn't think it would be hard. I was averaging at about 9.5 minutes per mile on my first ever time on the treadmill, so I thought that this could easily happen. Then I realized just how hard it would be to push myself faster and faster on this treadmill. Another thing that I learned later on in this training was that it's not apples to apples when you're running on a treadmill and when you're actually running up hills, running on a path. The fact that when you're on a treadmill, even if it's at a 0.5 incline, it is not nearly as random as running like around the city. For solid 3 months, I ran every single day. I only did 2 miles though, because that's what I wanted to start with, doing about 2 miles, 20 minutes of running every single day. I did it on the treadmill. It was rain or shine, didn't matter. Every single day I was running. Then in March, I decided, okay, I'm gonna challenge myself and take it from 2 miles to 3.1 miles, which of course is 5 kilometers, which I knew was going to be my challenge. It went well. I think the transition was going well, that I was building my lungs capacity to breathe, and I was doing well. I really felt like I was getting stronger in my legs, and I felt like there was an improvement in my stamina. Then April 13th happened. The week before, I was not feeling well at all. I was sweating every single day. I felt like I had the flu, but it was a different type of feeling. As many of you know, because I've talked about it on this channel before, last year I got pneumonia about around the same time as this year. So I had a feeling that it had something to do with that. Sure enough, April 13th, I find out I got pneumonia again. All right, so it is Friday, April 19th, taking my last the antibiotics for my pneumonia treatment. I can already start to feel getting a lot better, but this has put my training completely out of commission. Now, all the work that I had since January is going to be really hard to get back into it, and so it's an uphill battle now. I've got less than a month, and I need to make sure that I'm ready for that 8.5 minute. I don't even know if I can do 8 minutes anymore, but we'll see what happens. Nothing hurts more than when someone is training to do a run and expand their lungs and strengthen their lungs than being told you can't run for 2 weeks. So, and of course in those 2 weeks, I also had midterms, and all of my training went out the window. I felt like I was back to square one. The next time I actually went to the gym, I just felt defeated. But I got back on the treadmill and I trained. Of course, I was not hitting the time that I had just hit a month earlier, and it was frustrating. But I pushed myself faster and faster every single day, all the way to this morning, where I ran 5 miles. I forced myself to run 5 miles, and that's something that I've never done before, and I was really happy to do that. All right, this is officially it. My last run in the morning before the 5K. I'm not where I wanted to be, and as you all know, there was a lot of reasons to stop me, but I'm really taking this run as a way of overcoming the obstacles life has thrown at me. I mean, I'm not going to be as fast as I wanted. I'm still gonna have fun, and I'm still gonna take all of you along with me. I'm going to make sure to film as many character interactions and get photos with, if not all the characters, the majority of the characters. I think it's fantastic that Universal's doing this, and this journey has been a grueling one, but it isn't the end. This is just the beginning. So now, here we are. I've picked up my bib, picked up everything to prepare for the run. And now let's head on over to Universal Studios and get on the track. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? We are here. It's race day. Of course, this is my first race, so I need to have my support team. And of course, I've got Josue and I've got Mr. E here. So you'll see periodically what they're doing. Yeah, it's not 4 in the morning anymore, it's 5 in the morning. So they're gonna go with the press, and they're gonna film. And you'll see jump cuts between this coverage and their coverage in this video.
No, I need more money, right?
Alright, here we go. Let's do this. Alright, let's go. All right, boom, mile 1 done. Let's keep doing this. 2.1 more to go. Come on, we can go.
So they should just start this. On shoot or on go? On shoot, bro. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Yeah. My best hunt out of 275. I wonder how long it'll...
Thank you. I think I found where Jaws was. Here's a photo op with one of the minions. So cute. Oh, we got things to do. All right, here it is. Mile 2. Let's keep going. 1 more to go.
Yeah, it was fun. She tried to do your video all the way.
I don't think this Dodge Charger's supposed to be here. Better call it in. I hear it from Agent Novak. And now we are passing my favorite part of the battle, the terror tram path. That was Whoville. We're about to pass the Bates Motel. Oh yeah. You know, I feel like a scare actor already. I feel like I can do this, yeah? You know, if it's just constantly running. Yeah, there you go. 2 miles totally makes up for like the 9, 10, 12 hours that these scare actors do. Totally. It's apples to apples, right? Okay, so remember that Dodge Charger that I called in. Well, then I got a message from this guy named Luke Hobbs. I go in there, but no, I'm just gonna keep running. I don't know what that's about. So here it is, mile 3. Let's just go, it's the finish line. Here it is, did it. Oh my goodness. All right, let's go see Jose and Mr. E. Oh my goodness, oh, sorry. Look. Went so fast, right? Oh my goodness.
Slow down a bit.
Slow down a bit. Let's do 5 more. Let's just go. Oh my goodness. That was something. That really was something. It was like every time I saw something, like it was like, oh look, there's Gru. Okay, now I gotta run faster. Oh look, there's a Minion. Okay, faster. It was just like I kept pushing myself. Gru.
Oh, they had people on the side?
I saw Jaws, but Jaws, it wasn't like the fire effect, so I was kind of disappointed. I thought it was just him eating Tomas, so Tomas was no mas. Yeah. And I saw a Dodge Charger and I called it in because everyone was supposed to be there.
You wanted to go for a ride.
Yeah, I wanted to. Now let's go to the race day after party. I did it. And what an experience. My goodness. So it was, of course, very, very much the field that I knew. Not so much was unexpected in terms of the path because, you know, we've been going to Universal Studios very frequently these past 4 years. I will say what was new to me with the corrals from the very beginning, you are in a group. And essentially when you're running with this group. If the person in front of you decides that they don't want to run anymore, but that they want to power walk, you're kind of forced to power walk as well. Otherwise, you have to try and find an opening in the group to try to go in between if you're jogging or if you're running. So I found that, and that messed a little bit with my pace. Another thing was that Universal Studios backlot is just gorgeous. That is where movie history is, and I couldn't help but take a couple seconds to just do a bit of a slower jog just to look at everything. And yes, in the videos you see that I have my earbuds in, and of course I am blasting Slash's soundtrack to Universal Monsters from last year's Halloween Horror Nights maze of the same name. I'm listening to it the entire time. So when I'm passing the area where Universal Monsters was, and I'm listening to We Belong Dead, I'm totally in the zone, and I was just non-stop smiling. I think another thing was that it was just so motivating to continue being in a group, seeing other people motivated, and we were feeding off of each other's energy. It got to the point that at the end of the run, I wanted to go another 5 miles, another 10 miles, like just to keep pushing myself. So all in all, this experience was fantastic. Thank you, Universal Studios, for putting this event together. I had a blast. Breaking news, for those of you who didn't get a chance to be part of the Minion theme, November 16th of this year is going to be Jurassic World theme. And I've already talked to Josue and Mr. E, and they are gonna do it with me. This just ended, but this is just the beginning. Here at TLEV, we're gonna be continuing to cover all the Running Universal events. Maybe we'll even do some of the Run Disney events if we ever end up going to Orlando. This was a fantastic introduction into running culture for me. I had a great time. I loved seeing everyone around me having just as good of a time. It just felt very euphoric. Thank you so much to all of you who have been there since January, pushing me, keeping me motivated by letting me know how seeing my Instagram stories of me at the gym, on the treadmill, or even just working out at the gym, that motivated you to start going to the gym more and to be more serious about your training. That just motivated me even more. So thank you so much to all of you who shared your stories with me. And make sure to let us know in the comment section down below what you think of this new format of a video. I've been playing around with this idea since January. I wanted to make a little bit of a documentary and also just about the event itself. Running Universal is very much going to be here to stay, and so is TLEV. So let us know if you like this style. And while you're at it, make sure to hit that subscribe button and like this video. Share it with your friends, share it on your social media. And while you're on social media, make sure to follow us at TLEV Media on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And make sure to check out our website too. We're posting new stories every single day. Of course, my name's Thomas. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.